But when it comes to the eye, the ZeroMesher rarely does a good job. So I brought it into Blender and redid the topology just for the eye to get that edge right. The second point is about the eye geometry, and I solve it the same way for all types of eyes I make. Even in what I'm doing now years later, I'm doing the same thing. So use a sphere or geometry to make the two objects. The iris is behind, and it's a separate object. The iris has its own detailing, which we can do manually or use ready-made maps. It will always be a separate object with its own textures and mapping. Let me select here for you to see. Notice that the iris has its own mapping, taking up a lot of space in the layout. The eye sphere also has its own mapping, and I placed it right in the middle of the layout. Then we have this part of the eye called the caruncle. As you can see, it's a completely separate object with a harsh transition into the eye. With the proper shader setup, this transition can look very smooth and natural. Can you see how smooth that looks now? Finally, the last piece of the puzzle, also done by hand. This part goes around the eye and is very simple to make. Its mapping is also very simple. The geometry is dense, but I cut it anywhere for mapping. I just want it to be horizontal. It needs to be horizontal because the shader requires this correct orientation in the mapping. So, regarding modeling, that's about it. Be careful with the topology when the face design is finalized, and keep in mind that the final render will use much denser geometry.